You see, so far as misuse is concerned, I just want to cite one case. We've seen cases where women, well-placed women, have used their widow status, manipulated the system, made attempt to rape and rape cases against 84-year-old father-in-law. Now, do you mean to say because a person has made a false case, rape law should be removed? Answer is no. The law has to be there and misuse has to be prevented. And stern action has to be taken on people who misuse the law to that extent. That is what the policy should be. And that policy should be applicable not just to 498A, to any law. And even so far as perjury is concerned, I think many a times we have blinkered point of view. I mean, I'll treat perjury by person A, Zahira Sheikh, in a different manner than perjury by Teesta Setalvad. Why should that be? Perjury is perjury done by anyone, irrespective, and should be treated at par with each other.
Right. Well, on that note, let me bring in Vaijayanti from Banaras here. Vaijayanti, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, and what's your question?
जी मैम, मेरे भैया 3 साल पहले शादी हुआ था
जी।
हेलो, शादी होने के बाद मेरी भाभी 3 साल तक प्रेग्नेंट नहीं हुई, तो वो लोग एक मेडिकल प्रोसीजर में जाके वो प्रेग्नेंट हो सके। भैया गवर्नमेंट सर्विस में है, तो प्रेग्नेंट होने के बाद उनका मिसकैरेज हो गया। उनके मम्मी पापा लोग उनको केयर नहीं किए, जबरदस्ती यहाँ से लेके गए, केयर नहीं किए, उसके बाद उनको मिसकैरेज हो गया। तो वो फिर वापस नहीं आना चाहती है, बनारस नहीं आना चाहती है। वो बोल रही है कि अगर आप गवर्नमेंट नौकरी छोड़ के आके मैं जहाँ है मेरे पेरेंट्स के साथ आपको रहना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो आपको मैं 498 में डाल दूंगी। वो बोलने का इमीडिएटली नेक्स्ट डे उन्होंने केस फाइल कर भी दिया, हम लोग को पता नहीं था। और उन्होंने वहां से, क्योंकि वो अदर स्टेट में रहते हैं, वहां से पुलिस फोर्स आ गए हमारे घर, और हम लोग को हमारे किसी परिचित के द्वारा खबर दिए जाने पर हम लोग मैंने कानूनी सलाह लेके एब्सकॉन्डिंग रहे। और उसके बाद बहुत मुश्किल से हम लोग को अभी, वो लोग इतना गुंडा फैमिली है कि हम लोग को अभी कोर्ट भी अटेंड करने नहीं दे रहे हैं। अभी हमारा पेरेंट्स का मेरा बेल हो चुका है, मगर मेरे भाई का अभी तक बेल नहीं हुआ है। हम लोग को कोर्ट भी अटेंड करने नहीं दे रहे हैं। बाहर गुंडा लोग भेज के हम लोग को कोर्ट, मेरे भैया को और पापा को कोर्ट जाने से रोका जा रहा है। और मुझे और मेरा एक छोटी सी बच्ची है, हम लोग को चीज करते हैं, गुंडा मार देंगे और बोल रहे हैं कि वो जैसे भी वो लड़का को आके हमारे साथ रहना पड़ेगा। ये कानून तुम लोग नहीं जानते। अभी भैया का गवर्नमेंट सर्विस भी गया है, वो एजेंसी हो चुके हैं, पेरेंट्स भी रिटायर्ड है, मैंने हमारा कोई सोर्स ऑफ इनकम नहीं है अभी चलने के लिए। पेरेंट्स ओल्ड एज में
वैजयंती, हम आपका दर्द समझ रहे हैं, हम आपकी बात भी समझ रहे हैं कि आप क्या कहना चाह रही हैं। Meenakshi, how would you like to react?
Banaras, Uttar Pradesh. You see, the problem in Uttar Pradesh and Uttaranchal is they don't have anticipatory bail provision, number one. And if the girl is from the same state but a different city, she can always misuse. So anticipatory bail provision need to be brought in to these states as well, and especially pertaining to these laws. Anticipatory bail. No, they have to, because I think that should be the political plank. I mean, if Mulayam Singh wants to win election, if Mayawati wants to win election, if Congress, this is the time to get it done. You should get it done, and because this is for a larger social cause, number one. Number two, in her case, I mean, coming from UP background, one thing is very sure, that a huge sum of money would have been spent on the marriage. A whole lot of articles would have been given, whether asked or not is a separate story, but furniture, utensils, gold, silver, itna ginni, utna ginni, all that. So all that they should of their own say, these are the things which are lying with us, which belong to her. We had not asked, though these are gifts given to us. Gifts are not included as part of dowry. Mind it, if somebody gives something to mother-in-law of their own volition, that's mother-in-law's, as much as what mother-in-law gives to the girl is girls. So that is not part of the dowry. But nevertheless, to protect themselves, I'm just suggesting one way. They should say, this is what is lying with us. They can come and collect it, and we are willing to deposit this with the Crime Against Women Cell or wherever the matter is going on. And on that ground, bail be granted, one. Two, there should not be any case of physical violence. If this man or any other man for that matter has actually hit the girl or has troubled her, has not paid the bills, has not paid medical bills, etc., you never know what all conspires in the four walls of the house. that needs to be corrected and seen through. I was coming back to alimony. I mean, I'm sorry to go back.
You can give us that.
Yeah, very quickly, I want to say that in number of cases we see where fathers have not maintained their children at all, because the burden becomes double burden since the woman is working. So she maintains the kids. Due to harassment and other issues, she's living with her parents. Her parents are maintaining the children. Father to arm twist her after 2 years, 1 year, 3 years, goes and files a petition in the court of guardianship and custody court. I want to have the custody of the children. He's done nothing, no contribution at all, and knowing very well custody he will never get, but he's only interested in visitation and shared vacation, which any court sympathetically will provide. So I think here law needs to look at it differently and look at the conduct of the man and make maintenance a responsibility issue and determine that question, that a father who is incapable or has not maintained the children has no business to even get visitation.
Right. So well, on that note, quickly, if you could just
I will put the closing note. With due respect to Meenakshi ji, I am not a lawyer. I was a common man. First day I go to the court, one judge told me, "What for Swarup came here?" I say, "Sir, I came here for justice." He just said to other guy, "Injustice somewhere is a direct threat to justice. It is the time to the pupil, lawmakers and responsible person to decide. You agree, disagree or not. I am telling you, if my wife had been knows your name and your surname is Sarkar, she can file a case against you also, and then you have to run behind the court to prove that you are not my sister. That is the law. I have seen several cases.
No investigation.
My sister is staying at US. Sister is staying at UK. They are naming criminal case. Anyway, criminal justice should be for the punishment. Criminal justice should be for the punishment. Just a minute, ma'am. Criminal justice should give the punishment, not to earn the money or to get any other benefit. If the same thing is happened and try to justify, misuse happened due to maintenance not received, child is the, every law is there. Make a simple law. Marriage dispute should be resolved in civil law, like all other countries having. And if the woman says they don't lie, they don't harass the man, I invite so many times, just replace in the law man woman to a person, husband wife to a spouse.
Okay.
And let punish whoever is wrong.
Right. Well, before we close, Abhimanyu, just in one sentence, I'd like you to tell the viewers today who are watching, if there is somebody who's at that point where he's suffering or even contemplating suicide for that matter, what would you advise that person who's right now watching you? Quickly in 2 seconds.
I think I would say that knowledge is everything, and if you know the situation, you should meet other people who've gone through the same set of circumstances and get some good advice, and you should have it in your heart that if you're an innocent person, even if our judiciary is now not working, you know, at its peak, you know, we can still get justice.
Right. I think on that note, I'd like to thank all of you. Swarup, thank you so much for coming here, and Meenakshi, thanks for all that knowledge that you've given us, and my special thanks to you, Abhimanyu, for really being a part of this show. Well, people, laws are made for clear functioning of society as a whole. But if some laws, due to their sheer possibility of being twisted and getting misused, become a norm rather than an exception, then it is time that the lawmakers who need to take a deep look to see whether it is time to amend them. So is the case with the dowry laws. One can only hope that the laws are not twisted and turned according to the whims and fancies of certain people so that no innocent people are made to suffer. So on that hopeful note, it's time to wind up today's gender discourse. I promise to see you next week with another engaging discussion on some other important gender issue. Till then, this is Lottie Alaric saying goodbye and take care.